Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Where would we be without our automobiles? Stuck at home without a ride, that's where. I recently started a job with National Safety Council, which involves helping people make better choices, safer choices when they're driving. So this got me thinking about road safety, car crashes, and just driving in general. Television and newspapers make a point of telling us about all the catastrophic things that happen on the road. So the major incidents, you always hear about them. What I'd like to tell you about tonight are the smaller incidents that happen on the road, the things that don't make the news. Okay. First, I'd like to start talking about creatures great and small. My cousin Bobby lives in Coventry, drives a big pickup truck, leaves for work at an unreasonably early hour in the morning. So one day on his way to work, he hit a deer. He was fine, the deer was not, his car was not. So he called AAA, he had to have his car towed. Of course, he still had to go to work. So he also calls his wife to come down, pick him up, and drive him to work. So on her way to pick him up, she hits a deer. So the moral of this story is, if you're driving through Coventry, Rhode Island at 5 o'clock in the morning, drive slowly and watch out for the deer. My sister Kathy was in her car a while back. She was crossing the Brightman Street Bridge going from Fall River to Somerset. And then she hears that sound. Bzzz. She hates bees. She is terrified of bees. She hears it. Bzzz. It's all around her head. Bzzz. There's a bee in the car. So what does she do? What do people instinctively do when there's a bee flying around your head? Yeah, she starts doing this. So whose hands are on the steering wheel? Bzzz, smash into the guardrail. Fortunately, she was fine. The bee was fine. The car was not fine. If there is a bee in the car, stay calm, open the windows, it will fly out. It does not want to be in your car any more than you want it to be in your car. Picture the yellowy orange spider on the headrest of your car seat with its long legs so close to your head it can almost reach your hair. Ew! And that's exactly what I did. Ew! I was stopped at a red light and ended up taking my foot off the brake. A gentle 1 mile an hour roll forward into the truck in front of me. Well, the truck and his driver were completely unharmed. My Honda sustained $50 worth of damage. Keep your foot on the brake no matter how nasty the spider looks. It's not just bugs and deer that are startle us on the road. Sometimes it's other drivers that startle us. I was driving up Route 24. I was in the middle lane. I was around exit 17 or 18. It was one of the Brockton exits. This car in the left lane, slightly ahead of me, decides to make a 90-degree turn in front of me. He made the exit. I don't know how, but he made the exit. What did I learn from this instance? As I slammed on my brakes and almost had a heart attack. Never underestimate the agility of a wood-paneled station wagon. Breakdowns. Breakdowns are stressful, whether it's your own car that's broken down or somebody else's car. Coming from 495, take exit 7, heading towards Route 24. About halfway down the exit ramp, though, I see the police car lights flashing. And there's a police car across the exit ramp, blocking the traffic. So I stop. Cop comes out of the car. I roll down my window. It was a while ago, you still roll down your window back then. And he says, stay put your hazard lights on. There had been an accident on 24. They couldn't let any more traffic on until the tow truck cleared it. I only had this car for a few weeks at this point. So I pressed the button for the hazard lights. And I sit patiently in my car. The cop says to me again, "Lady, put your hazard lights on." What's this guy's problem? I heard him the first time. So I just press the hazard light button again. Now he looks really aggravated. Oops. Turns out where Toyota puts the hazard light button, Honda puts the defroster. When you get a new car, make sure you try out all the buttons and knobs and know where everything is. One time I really did break down on the road, though. Route 2 up near Leominster, Mass. I heard a funny noise. I didn't know what it was. I slowed down, tried to get over to the right. It was hard to maneuver the steering wheel to get to the right. Luckily, there was no guardrail there, because if there had been one, I probably would have hit it. Luckily, it was just a grassy area. So I get out of my car. The tire is completely shredded. This blue van pulls up. Old, beat-up, rusted-out blue van. If it had been a horror movie, you would have been saying, "Don't go near that van." I'm thinking, this guy's either driving me to my death or he's helping me with my tire. He helped me with my tire. Nothing bad happened. A college friend of mine broke down on the Mass Pike. Some guy in a Jeep said, "Hey, you need a ride?" Goes against everything women are taught about safety. Never get in a car with some strange guy you've never met. Anyway, he gave her a ride to the nearest rest stop. She called her dad, and he waited there until her dad came to help her out with her car. Nothing bad happened. So as you drive home tonight and drive through the holiday season, be aware of spiders, bees, deer, and wood-paneled station wagons. Make sure you know how to turn on your hazard lights in case you need them for safety. Inspect your tires a little more often. And know that even though there are plenty psycho, crazy, dangerous drivers out there, there's plenty of nice people out on the roads too. Drive safely. That was my